Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and this is big news. Former SEC Director William Hinman will be deposed. He will end up under oath being questioned by Ripple's attorneys. Yes, please and thank you. The reason that this could be potentially a big deal is because this has everything to do with William Hinman's speech, which gave Ethereum and Bitcoin the golden pass in the summer of 2018. And that is important because the implications of that speech, which are at the core of today's hearing with the SEC and Judge Netburn and Ripple, it's because at the core of all of this is Ripple's fair notice defense, which is this idea that Ripple, having been in business for the better part of a decade, going through their daily business operations, including the selling of XRP, they were not given notice that what they were doing was illegal. It's not okay to just retroactively create laws and say, yeah, you did that. So in fact, the reason this is such a big deal is if Ripple's fair notice defense ultimately stands, the case is over. Because, and that's not speculation right there. That's just the way the law works. That's what I've learned from the attorneys in the XRP community that have talked about this. You cannot retroactively go after somebody and say, we created a law, now you've broken it. And so if Ripple didn't have fair notice, this is all over here. And so the hearing today, thousands and thousands of interested parties, vast majority obviously, XRP holders themselves, and it's so fascinating to see some of the specifics here. So I'm going to share with you in this video opinions and comments from a few lawyers, and also a number of tweets from Crypto Law, which is the new organization that attorney John Deaton created. But I do want to be clear at the outset, I don't have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who likes making YouTube videos as a fun hobby about Ripple and XRP and crypto, but that's all that's going on here, damn it. And so here you see attorney John Deaton, who is the attorney that's seeking to intervene in the SEC versus Ripple case on behalf of over 17,000 XRP holders, and he tweeted out this quote from Judge Netburn. Former Director Hinman must sit for the deposition. Golf clap right there. Golf clap right there. Yes. So this is good. And so I gotta admit, I do kind of wonder, though, because it seems very clear, and Ripple's convinced of this, as you'll see as I go through some of the content here. They're very confident that William Hinman is going to refuse to answer pretty much everything. So, but still, this is important. Like, that's not gonna help the SEC's case either. It's certainly not gonna look good. But if he does answer questions, because you'll see as I go through a lot of the stuff I got lined up here. The judge wants the SEC and Ripple to agree on the scope of what can be brought up during this deposition, and I have a feeling that the SEC and Ripple aren't going to agree on a whole lot. So we'll see how far they get on that. But there are a lot of questions that need to be asked here because there's like I've been saying for some time on this channel, where there's smoke, there's fire. And as far as former director Hinman is concerned, I don't know if he did anything illegal, so I'm not going to make that claim. But he made millions of dollars from his former employer, Simpson Thacher law firm, which had interests in Ethereum specifically, and he provided legal clarity to Ethereum. And then he went back to work for him too. So all of this does not pass the smell test here. And so all of this is going to come up, and this is so important because in the 2018 speech in which William Hinman gave clarity to Ethereum, there's to say that he stated it was the view that the SEC's view that Ethereum's not a security. What's interesting and what he outlined as the key reasons why, a lot of that lines up to Ripple's position, not Ripple's position, XRP's position in the open market, like the qualifying factors, the degree to which it's decentralized. And so factoring all of this in, it's not going to strengthen the SEC's case. It's going to weaken it, and it's going to strengthen Ripple's fair notice defense, which, again, as I outlined, is crucial. If they win on that front, it is over. Ripple will win at that point here. So this is a major victory today, for sure. The degree, I mean, that's how I view it right now. I guess fine. Technically, we wait to see if Hinman ends up not answering a bunch of the questions, but still, this is something here, at least at this point. And so then there is this tweet from John Deaton. He wrote, "As I have said multiple times, Judge Netburn is one of the sharpest judges I've listened to. For reference, I have appeared before over 100 different judges in my legal career, both in federal and state courts. Here's another tweet from John Deaton. Hinman met with the founder of the Ethereum Foundation 1 week before his Ethereum isn't a security speech. Think about that. Does that pass the smell test to you? He meets with the Ethereum Foundation 1 week before. Then it gets legal clarity magically out of nowhere, and it just happens to financially benefit him and his employer. I don't like that one bit. Now here's attorney Jeremy Hogan, who runs the YouTube channel Legal Briefs. He wrote the following. During the hearing, Judge Netburn acknowledged you, yes you, in her ruling. She mentioned the significant public interest in the case as one reason why this was an exceptional case and a basis for the Hinman deposition. Phone line was maxed out at 4,000 again. Congrats to you. And so again, to be clear, and I didn't mention this to this point, probably should have right off the bat, but for anybody that missed it, there was a telephonic conference, and the public actually could call it. There have been a number of these over the past several months or however long. And so, and this is what was ultimately, this is where the decision was made by the judge that, yeah, William Hinman, you're going to be speaking under oath. You are being deposed. And the line was maxed out again, 4,000 slots. And it was maxed out. Massive interest in the case, and the judge recognizes this actually. And then there was this from XRP community member and attorney Arturo Portilla simply wrote, "The smell of accountability," and retweeting that quote from John Deaton, which he referenced Judge Netburn about William Hinman, how he must sit for deposition. Here's Crypto Law, and so this is John Deaton's new organization that he set up. And tweeted out a bunch of stuff. And this one was just interesting. Wrote, Hinman is now trending in the United States on Twitter, up from 20 to number 16 in the last 15 minutes. That is fascinating. Over 7,000 tweets about Hinman. So XRP community is gigantic, and we are on top of what's going on here. This much is clear, right? And then here's some Crypto Law breaking. Netburn orders Hinman to be deposed. And check this out. This is not a run-of-the-mill enforcement case by the SEC, and expressly finds Ripple case is unique, and the public interest in resolution of this case is substantial. Netburn states she is very much disinclined to have Hinman sitting twice, notes that the SEC will likely direct Hinman not to answer much of the questions, but urges the parties to work out scope in advance to avoid this, and return to her if they fail to agree. Yeah, I have a feeling that they're going to fail to agree, but hey, maybe they'll surprise us. But the SEC is not happy about this. And so here's more from Crypto Law. Netburn hearing. As it heads to adjournment, Ripple counsel angrily tells Netburn the SEC is withholding every part of every internal memorandum, citing privilege, and its position is untenable and prejudicing the defense, and the judge should be aware the SEC is throwing deliberative privilege over everything they don't want to share, and Netburn should not be surprised if it happens over scope of Hinman deposition. And so there you go. The SEC just being the slimeballs that you would expect them to be. They don't want to give up information that is required of them. Also, as you'll see, I believe I had some tweets covering that as well. And then Crypto Law continues here. The SEC disagrees with Ripple's statement and then confirms it's entirely true. Netburn urges the parties to resolve what Ripple's counsel raised. Chris Larson's counsel asks Netburn for guidance to tamp down SEC sweeping privilege claims at every step. And so Crypto Law is like tweeting this out in real time here as the hearing is happening. Netburn impatiently says to put the disputes in letters to her, and she will rule on them. She says the Ethereum speech is central to why she ruled to depose Hinman. And there are real privilege issues linked to that, which will need to be navigated, and she is available to rule on them. So look, think about this. The fact that William Hinman provided clarity for Ethereum is why he's being deposed, and the fact that he's being deposed could really strengthen Ripple's fair notice defense and just get this whole thing just potentially even thrown out. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm not making a prediction, but the implications, if this goes extremely well, are big. And then Crypto Law wrote, parties are instructed to send letters to her by tomorrow. And then there was this. Hearing, Judge Netburn calls Hinman's 2018 speech the central question of this hearing. She called the SEC's bluff by essentially asking, if it was just his personal opinion, why can't he sit for a deposition and answer questions about it. And so that's the SEC's official stance. So mind you, when this speech was given by Hinman, giving clarity to Ethereum specifically, back then, he was using the words "we" and "where," referencing he and the SEC, and other people at the SEC helped him draft the speech, by the way. And so it was clearly official SEC position, but they're pretending like it's not because it wasn't like decreed, like it wasn't chiseled into stone. It's ridiculous. I don't know what the standard's supposed to be. If that doesn't count as an official position, then what the hell does? It's ridiculous. But that's what so back then it was presented to the public as this is an official position. Now it's not convenient. So now it was just William Hinman's position. And so, as if it's just William Hinman's position, the judge is sitting there like, okay, so if it's not an official SEC position, which is what you're saying, Mr. SEC lawyer, why the hell can't he sit down and have Ripple attorneys ask him some questions? Exactly. And then Crypto Law wrote, SEC denies any such tension exists, even though SEC staff participated in the drafting of the speech, and it was all pre-decisional, which is where NetBurn stopped the SEC lawyer to say, pre-decisional? That means a decision was made. Well, how about that? And so NetBurn proceeds to a ruling. And then there was also this. NetBurn interrupts, I like this, NetBurn interrupts the SEC lawyer and says she raised a precedent case in her arguments that everyone had to scramble to read, including her, where the deposition ended up happening. Is she sure she wants to cite that? The judge asks. So, oh, SEC attorneys. Not a good day for them. Very good day for Ripple. Not a good day for SEC attorneys, though. So exciting stuff. We'll see how all of this goes, and it'll be interesting to see over the next day or two in particular, more takes from more of the attorneys within the XRP community. I'm sure there'll be more to say on this topic here. But this, again, potentially a big deal. Don't know for sure, because if nothing actually meaningful comes out of this, either way, it's not bad for Ripple, even if William Hinman won't answer pretty much any question. But again, I don't literally think that's going to happen, because there's going to have to at some point be some sort of agreement on what topics can actually be covered during the deposition. So we shall see here. I hope everybody's feeling pretty good, though. It looks. I checked on the social media here before recording. I'll tell you what, on Twitter, it's like a party. Everybody is thrilled. This is fantastic stuff here. So I'll go ahead and wrap up there. Again, I know there will be more to say in the coming day or two in particular, but this is a good start. Just want to get everybody caught up to speed and share with you some of the initial thoughts, because this is a new development here. But I'll wrap up. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.